A boot. Good afternoon, everyone. Or evening or morning, or wherever you live. I apologize for the delayed stream, but Dad decided to order food at 5 o'clock instead of 4 o'clock like he usually does. But we're back with the, my playthrough as Hungry Rock People. We just destroyed an empire last stream. I am unsure what has been going on over here, but clearly the Skulkborn are not doing too hot. We've got the Republican Skulkborn worlds. Yeah, the Skulkborn are not doing too hot. And it's funny because they were an advanced AI, so they started the game off at an advantage, and somehow they threw that advantage into the dumpster. Stellaris AI, everybody. Stellaris AI. And the funniest part is, this is not the original Skulkborn Empire, I don't think. They had a rebellion, and then the original was killed by the rebellion. So... So, we picked up a whole bunch of, planets that we can convert to volcanic worlds, but we've hit sort of a snag with some of these, because it turns out we're missing this one specific blocker clearing tech. So basically, any planet with toxic kelp, we can't clear the toxic kelp, and so we can't turn this world into a volcanic world. Until we can get that random tech. Let me actually check my habitability of the Morthill. Their habitability here should actually be pretty decent. Let's see. Okay, yeah, they have 50% habitability on tropical worlds, so it might be a while before these planets become volcanic worlds, but at the very least, they'll be somewhat okay on tropical worlds. Alright. Let's begin.
New research shining a light into darkness.
So I've got to look something up. I thought they could declare me a crisis. I thought they could declare me a crisis at this point. Uh... I'm trying to... Hang on. Okay. Okay, so in order for them to declare me a crisis, there has to be a custodian. And there's not a custodian, so they can't declare me a crisis. And I think they can't have a custodian until, like, I think it's like 20 years after the council is formed. The council has formed fairly... Actually, no. It formed last episode. I think they can declare a custodian at some point soon. Yes. They can declare a custodian. So we've got to keep an eye on that, because if they declare a custodian, they have the ability to declare me a crisis. our initial attempts to break through the floor were unsuccessful. Its composition is unlike any known transparent material we have on record. Blunt force will not deform or blemish the surface. However, with a considerable amount of effort, we succeeded creating a small hole through one of the conduits with a plasma drill. Flowing through the circuitry is a highly concentrated mixture of tightly woven astral fabric. As interesting as this discovery is, it does not seem practical to carve out a passageway through the floor. We will return to exploring in a more traditional manner.
Blocker reduced to ashes.
We have finally found a variation in our surroundings. A large chamber filled with screens controlled by a central terminal. On one of the screens is a map of the surrounding corridors. An alert was logged in the vicinity of our recent drilling through the floor, including video surveillance of ourselves in the act. If we could figure out the console controls, we could learn far more about this place. However, it is unknown what security measures might be present in this code. Hack it.
Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
Alright. So I've got to pray to the universe to get that one tech that allowed me to get rid of toxic kelp. So one thing I've noticed is that this arc furnace is actually almost complete. And so I think I'm going to spend some of my resources finishing this arc furnace. if you don't know, I basically stole this arc furnace from the last empire that I killed. So...
New technology perfected.
And that one... Okay, so this one gets rid of noxious swamps. Maybe I need to get this one in order to get the one to remove toxic kelp. So I'm gonna go ahead and research that. So yeah, one of the things I think needs a rework in Stellaris still is tech. They did a rework of tech, like, about a year and a half ago? Or is it 2 years ago? Anyways, it needs to be fully reworked. Like... Because the fact I have to hope for the toxic kelp tech to get rid of that toxic kelp so I can turn it into a volcanic world. Yeah. As someone who has really garbage luck half the time, it's not ideal. Ooh, we have the Galactic Crucible built now. So we can start working down our crisis path.
Shining a light into darkness.
And now I'm getting a whole bunch of crystallized entropy for owning a whole bunch of volcanic worlds. 150 for each.
New research shining a light into darkness.
There we go. I got lucky that time. I got the toxic kelp tech. The process of decoding the terminal, a failsafe was triggered. The entire room quickly filled with expansive foam-like material before anyone else could assist her nose. She was completely encased. Move was instantly replaced. Oh, it took my scientist. Fantastic. Thank you, Gabe. Alright, well. Hello, new scientist. Please do not ask questions about what happened to the previous scientist. You'll be fine, I promise.
fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our technology perfected.
Alright, now we can get rid of toxic kelp. Why was... Okay, hang on, I have to... So if you don't know what's going on here, you can set priorities for jobs. For some reason, all of basically what is basically the policing jobs have been set to the lowest priority possible by the AI before I took over the planet. I don't know why it would keep that. I now have to go through every planet I conquered and make sure, yeah. Okay. I think all the planets I own should be fine, but basically every planet that I took over from someone else, for some reason, their planets were just set to have, like, no police, basically. That's why I was having stability issues.
Walker reduced to ashes.
Like, I was so confused.
Reduced to ashes. Walker reduced to ashes.
Another railgate insight. Anarchy.
Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
Ooh, activating gateways. Yes. Gateways are really nice. So, hang on. Alright. have to make a decision here. I don't think I have another way to get amenities outside of logistic hubs. Huh. That's wild. Oh, this fortress world. Yeah, okay. We need to first build a volcanic forge here. Thankfully, I'm making enough money to cover all of my mineral expenses. Also, one thing that's really frustrating right now is my headphones are starting to get out. I can't afford a new pair right now. So it's like... Ah! Pain! Alright, that should fix all the amenity problems now that I have more logistics drones. Well, on most of these places.
Locker reduced to ashes. New technology perfected.
Alright.
Agenda available.
There are no stars here. No planetary bodies. Only a diffuse light of mysterious origin reveals the massive object looming before us. Roughly rectangular in shape, it is completely inert. There are no detectable propulsion systems or power signatures of any kind. Comparable in size to a small starbase, it appears dead. For how long it has been floating in this secluded pocket dimension, and where did it come from? Innumerable decorative glyphs and symbols have been intricately carved into its surface. We have ruled out any possibility of this being a natural phenomenon. Attempt to translate. By the way, Pokemon playthrough. Sometime in the future. It was pretty clear you guys wanted me to play it. It was overwhelming. There we go. Alright. This is a good time to go ahead and apply this template to the rest of these guys.
Situation log updated.
Yeah, there we go.
fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat.
Yeah, our fleets are pretty scary at this point. Like, everyone I look at that I have information on, they're just pathetic, inferior, inferior. These guys are pathetic, inferior, inferior. These guys are pathetic, inferior, inferior. I don't know what these guys are because they don't have information. I know these guys are overwhelming because this is the Fallen Empire. Shockingly, I don't have a lot of information on the Jeebru Star Empire, and I've had a spy in their territory for, like, ages at this point. I've just not been able to get a whole lot of information on them. Yeah, it's really hard to get information on people when you want to kill them. I think the next thing I want to do is to probably finish off the scope board over here. Well, finish off what I can. I don't think I can really take them on. I'd have to go through this guy, too. I think my fleet should be able to take them on. God, I am producing so much. The only thing I'm struggling on right now is minerals. It's kind of odd to be struggling with them now, but...
Species modified.
As this... Okay, that arc furnace is not upgraded yet. So yeah. They've revealed, by the way, they've revealed when they're gonna release, Nomads for Stellaris, June 15th. I'm excited. To say Nomadic Empires was one of the most requested features for Stellaris is an understatement. You have no idea how excited people are to have finally roaming nomadic empires in Stellaris. I'm excited. The entire community is excited. Let's just hope they put it together correctly. Because the past few updates have not been very kind to Stellaris.
New technology perfected.
Alright. There we go. Let's get another science ship and get ready to explore these systems here. We might actually have enough firepower to take out the mining drone operation. So if you don't know, over here, so one of the threats in the galaxy is these rogue ancient mining drones. And essentially all of the space fauna, or most of the space fauna, have a system that's an optional boss. Alright. My headphones are starting to give out. But, this is the ancient mining drones boss fight, basically. And, earlier in the series, I nearly had an absolute catastrophe when, I set my fleet there without realizing that was there, and I almost lost it. That moment could have been really bad. There we go.
Alien Federation formed. We shall test its metal.
Federation formed.
New research shining a light into darkness.
Oh, the scientist I lost came back. So my scientist gains Rift Warped. So they gain plus 50 years to their lifespan. We already have a really long lifespan, so doesn't really matter much for me. Plus 10% leader experience gain. Does not count towards leader capacity. I guess we'll get you another science ship? I think for the most part, most of my species will live long enough for this entire game, this entire playthrough. Alright. So we've got a lot of ships. So hopefully, this boss fight goes well. Oh yeah, I have to unrestrict the system. Let's go.
Lighting up hostile fleet.
Oh, that is utter decimation. Holy frick. Did I lose anything?
Void.
I lost nothing in that fight.
Aggressive.
I just absolutely decimated that boss fight. Holy shit. Actually, I need to keep one of these fleets around. Clear out the, Alright, so we got a relic from winning that boss fight. This is one of the best relics in the game. Because when you activate it, it gives you a new resource deposit. Anywhere within your territory. And it can be anything. In fact, I think this relic is especially useful if you're like going for a tall playthrough. Like if you're going for a tall playthrough, which we're not, but this basically just gives you infinite resources. And it stacks. And we just got +9 science on the back.
Lighting up hostile fleet. System survey report delivered.
Millions of glyphs. The glyphs that cover this tremendous object are mostly pictorial representations. Based on the carbon dating, we have determined that some of the earliest carvings were made several millennia before the most recent. The glyphs are illustrated in such detail that we were soon able to develop a rough translation. This object is in fact a massive burial chamber. Whoever or whatever is entombed inside once ruled an entire galaxy. Some of the earliest pictographs reveal the origin of this powerful being. Raised by a spaceborne race of leviathans, the two species developed a unique symbiosis, forming a potent psionic bond. They conquered countless systems together. There are other symbols which refer to a curse. Attempting to open the object, or even approaching it too closely, may be dangerous. Screw it, blast it open!
Life thriving in the cold void. Improbable. Impressive. Life thriving in the cold void. Improbable. Impressive. Lighting up hostile fleet.
Wow! I have a proper, stable economy now. Alright. I should be able to fix my last,
Incomplete. Announces itself.
Oh my good lord.
Answers fire.
Interloper, your hostility precedes you like a foul miasma. We are a peaceful coven, but know this. If you intend to inflict harm upon us, you shall find such folly visited back upon you tenfold. We are the idyllic prophets of the Shroud, and though our reach may appear lacking, our wrath is devastating. Yeah, so turns out the prophets of the Shroud don't like me. I wonder why.
Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
Spark is now aflame. Oh, I've been insulted. Oh, a unique one. I can taste your stink, vile charcoal. Vile charcoal is a great insult. Every time I do, I fear I've somehow been infected by it. love Stellaris' insults.
New research shining a light into darkness.
How's my crisis path doing?
Report delivered.
Yeah, the Galactic Crucible's taking a bit.
Lighting up hostile fleet. System survey report delivered. New research shining a light into darkness.
Alright, we can activate gateways. So, gateways. Oh! It turned out we got our daily scammer. Why am I suddenly using over 140 foods? What?
Construction complete. Construction complete.
I guess Nikado Avocado has, spawned in the galaxy because my food economy just collapsed. For absolutely no reason. Who's consuming all of this food? What?
Lighting up hostile fleet.
Oh, did one of the planets I convert have a whole bunch of agricultural districts and I just destroyed those? That's probably what happened. So yeah, more reason to get this planet up and going as my agriculture world. There's a molten word, right? Yes! This would be perfect for a freaking arc furnace. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, once again, the relic has automatically activated, and so it spawned more resources within my territory.
Council agenda ready.
New technology perfected.
So yeah, I think why my food economy has suddenly crashed is because, one of the worlds I must have just converted must have had a lot of agricultural districts, and it just got rid of those. Because, surprisingly, you cannot farm on a volcanic world. Okay, yeah, let's be honest. It's not surprising that you cannot farm on a volcanic world. Like, I imagine that would be hell. The crops would have to be fire resistant.
System survey report delivered.
Alright. Using standard excavational charges, we have successfully blasted a sizable hole into the object. The interior is rich with valuable artifacts. Sophisticated statues made of rare alloys are arranged in ceremonial fashion. The center of the inner chamber is occupied by an enormous crystalline skeleton. Upon its brow lies a rich adornment of delicate gems. As recorded in the glyphs covering the outside of this monument, all of the objects surrounding the skeleton were placed here as tribute. Though a ruthless conqueror, the civilization they left behind clearly held this being in great esteem. Though the skeleton is too much large to extract it from the rift, we will be taking back most valuable of the artifacts. Wow. So I got 2,000 minerals, 500 minor artifacts, 1,000 alloys, 500 rare crystals, and 42,000 unity. That's enough for me to finish up the last tradition for that. Cool. So I'm gonna save my last few Ascension perks for, like, Master Builders and, Galactic Wonders and all that.
An anomaly sparks our interest.
There we go.
Construction complete.
Alright. Oh my goodness! So upgrading this thing gives me more naval capacity so I can build more ships. Oh dear, I see how quickly this is going to escalate. This is going to escalate super quickly. Automatically created. Hang on. Let me read that again. Conduits are automatically created by the Galactic Crucible and will travel to nearby star systems. Interesting. Okay, yes, I can unlock terraforming volcanic world, which is not really necessary when I have the volcanic forge. Alright. Oh, I see. I've run out of jobs here.
System survey report delivered. New research shining a light into darkness.
Alright. What do I want to go for my last tradition?
Council agenda
We'll
available.
go for fortification for our last one. Make ourselves beefy.
System survey report delivered. Lighting up hostile fleet.
Oh, we found the, I see. We found the Marauders. They're over here. That unfortunately means if the Great Khan triggers, he's gonna be right on my doorstep. But I should be powerful enough to take on the Great Khan.
Construction complete.
So we can activate gateways now. There's a gateway here. What other gateways do we have in this area? We have any more deactivated gateways? No, we just have an L gate, sadly. These guys have an L gate up here, so if we conquer these guys, we can activate this gateway and be able to use it. did these amoebas really have to go into this province, this territory here, to interrupt my freaking system stuff?
Lighting up hostile fleet. Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
Alright. Stupid space fauna. So here's how this crisis was working. Basically, what is going on is I have these funny little ships that are automatically going around my territory, and what they are doing is they are turning all of these stars into red giants. Or red dwarfs? Huh. I thought they'd be converting them into red giants. A Class M red giant. Yeah, okay.
System survey report delivered.
So basically, this crisis is basically me going, I'm gonna make the galaxy hotter. Alright. So hang on. I forgot to read this previous one. We arrived in the atmosphere of a frozen mountainous world. Almost immediately, we were shaken by a powerful mental communication. Greetings, you who have traveled so far. From the depths of my meditations, I sensed your journey across the astral planes. Come, let us meet. Perhaps your arrival's the breakthrough I've been waiting for. A vision of an isolated mountain cave was revealed to us. To detect our presence so soon and to broadcast a message from such a distance implies this mysterious stranger possesses incredible psychic powers. We traced the vision to a point on one of the planet's highest mountains. A masked figure sat meditating in an isolated cave, gray-skinned and humanoid. She was enveloped in a violet aura of gently pulsing energy. Glowing horns sprouted from the alien's head, with similar, though stunted spurs extending from her back. We are not familiar with this species, but they must be highly attuned to psionic wavelengths. We received another communication. Thank you for accepting my invitation. We have much to discuss. I am known as the Farseer. I have been meditating on these frozen wastes for years, awaiting revelation. It is not by chance alone that you have appeared here. Listen to the Farseer's word, I guess. I'm surprised my first option was not eat the Farseer. Because pretty much every time I've met someone new, my only option has been just eat the person.
System survey report delivered. Research completed. The spark is now aflame. Construction complete. System survey report delivered. New technology perfected. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Okay. The Farseer continued. I have been channeling my efforts to enter a spiritual dimension. Your people refer to this place as the Shroud. Recently I have felt a strange call that I believe has come from deep within the Shroud. I now stand upon the threshold of this mysterious world for the first time. My people have entrusted me with this responsibility. Entering the Shroud may indeed grant us great power, but I am full of doubt. The closer I come, the more the Shroud pulls at me. There are whispers in the dark corners of my mind. Can such power truly be controlled? And now at the moment of choice you appear. This cannot be mere coincidence. We can only offer our perspective. I assume our perspective on the Shroud is just, oh hey, another dimension of things we can eat.
Construction complete.
Alright.
Yeah.
Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
So this is one of the other astral rifts. Strange geometry. We have entered a space of confusing visual spectacles, geometric patterns, and shifting colors. The surroundings do not appear dangerous, but they are as disorienting as an optical illusion. Attempts to analyze the material that makes up this universe are baffling. No matter how intensely the samples are magnified, we are confronted by the same repeating pattern, as it is as if they condense towards infinity. Clearly, there are physical principles operating inside of this rift that we do not yet understand. So we've entered a world of infinitely repeating patterns. What are those called? There's a term for that. Just term for infinitely. Fractals. So we've entered a world of fractals, basically. I guess explore further.
Construction complete.
Alright. Endless rock. A vast plain of loose rock and gravel stretches before us. Above it hangs a pale, empty sky. No planets or stars can be seen here. This does not appear to be part of a galaxy or any known system. As far as our sensors can detect, this landscape continues infinitely in all directions. The surface is pockmarked with holes as large as some asteroids. All across the horizon, dozens of massive worm-like creatures are bursting from the ground. Pairs of powerful fins allow them to glide through the dense atmosphere. They must have some type of colony underground. Explore the tunnels. I think this is the one with my favorite line in the entire game. But I'm gonna wait to see. Because one of the Astro Riffs, like, it gives you a really funny line, and I hope this is the one that has that.
Shining a light into darkness.
Another L-Gate Insight. Woohoo.
Thriving in the cold void. Probable. Impressive. Construction complete.
Alright,
New technology perfected.
oh, the jump drive. So the jump drive is considered a dangerous tech. The jump drive increases the chances of the unbidden spawning early. Alright. Everyone's in position here.
We fan the flames of war. We fan the flames of war. Firing at enemy station.
Alright. So this is the fractal story. Space works differently here. The movements of our ship do not correspond to the expected results. Propelling forward, we shift left. Increasing our thrust, we slow down. A breakthrough was made when Cardinals theorized that this universe allows access to more than the standard 3 spatial dimensions. Perhaps by examining our surroundings through this lens, we can begin to find meaning in these patterns. So we've entered a universe with 4 dimensions, basically, is what I'm reading. Alright, I'm about to kidnap all of the people on this planet. Can it be trusted? Okay. By extrapolating the patterns of our surroundings in 4 spatial dimensions, we've succeeded in creating a usable map. This has revealed the existence of a central chamber within the repeated patterns. While from the perspective of 4 dimensions our travel to the middle of the rift was a straight line, our own experience was a twisting trajectory through an incomprehensible labyrinth, sharp turns, and the occasional backtrack were required to traverse this maze. But we eventually reached our goal. This new space is vast. It is far too large to logically be contained within the chamber itself. It must be the result of even more folded dimensions. At its very center, we recovered a familiar device written in our own language. It was a setting of instructions on how to proceed further. That is wild. One of our own people wrote that. Somehow. And then this is the other one. This is the Psionic Stranger. We explained that the Morthill play exists as a collective consciousness and that such a meaningful decision should not be left to individual choice. Whatever benefits Droni society as a whole must be the right decision, and personal discomfort should not be a factor. The Farseer responded, perhaps it is wise to view this dilemma from a more collective perspective, as you do. How do you suggest we succeed? Do we encourage him to breach the shroud, or do we advise against it? Huh. Let's see what happens. Let's encourage him. Or her. Alright. I would love to capture this gateway here so I can activate it. And I think I'm going to bring one of my other fleets around here to start securing territory and stuff. Here we go.
hostile ships flaring. Lighting up hostile fleet. Life thriving in the cold void. Improbable. Impressive.
Alright. Tunnels. Beneath the surface lies a vast network of chambers connected by a complex series of tunnels. This is the rock one. Several of these were partially collapsed and appeared not to be in use by the worms. We piloted the spear into the quietest. The walls are covered in a web-like substance which keep the shale and loose gravel in place. We speculate that these are secretions from the worms. Most of the chambers are empty, but some contain murky pools of water. Within one, we encountered a clutch of large, mineralized cocoons half submerged in liquid. Harvest the eggs. Because I think we're about to get my favorite line in all of Stellaris. So this is the Prophet one. We encouraged a far-seer to venture into the Shroud to ascend to a higher existence, and she accepted their advice as prophecy. As thanks, she offered us a small yet oddly heavy data crystal. Took our leave. House data crystal revealed a subtly shifting matrix, a vast archive stored as psionic energy. Okay. Fascinating. Alright, here's the fractal one. We are traveling through time across all axes. Following the instructions laid before us, we navigated easily through an unknown amount of superspatial dimensions. At various points, we witnessed ourselves crossing from another course. Some of our other copies appear to be in distress, with the wear and corrosion on their rift sphere indicating they have been lost in this space for much too long. Luckily, we have avoided direct encounters thus far. We have left our own instructions behind us to prevent such a disastrous temporal simultaneity from occurring. Unsettling.
Lighting up hostile fleet.
We can activate this gateway, right? Yes, okay. We're about to have our first gateway. Alright, so this is the fractal universe. At last we have reached the center of what must be the true end of this maze. We are in a space composed of so many unknown dimensions that our senses can only perceive it as a wild kaleidoscope of colors and motion. At its very core, 3 transparent globes are floating, each containing an infinitely repeating pattern in one axial direction. We expect that there must be a globe for each dimension contained in this universe, but we can only interact with our perceivable 3. There are no further instructions to be found. This lack of messages from our future selves could indicate that interacting with these globes may have dire consequences. Retrieve the globes. YOLO, let's have some fun. Resources from jobs. Yippee!
Lighting up hostile fleet.
Okay. Galactic hyperthermia. Designed firestorm.
Planet to fuel our empire.
Okay, so yeah, it's the hive mind pops that I have,
Council agenda available.
Okay, yeah, so... I'm about to lose a whole bunch of my influence. So, basically, the Fallen Empires, they do not like what I'm doing, and so now they're gonna humiliate me every 10 years. Until I can get the strength to actually face them.
Species modified.
So we got a new ship. There we go. Okay. Okay, we need a higher command limit so we can get our new ships. Because they take crystallized entropy to build.
Council agenda ready.
Okay, so this is a fortress world.
Infernal forces dropping on target. Firing at enemy station. Starbase under assault.
Alright, entangled dark matter. We find ourselves inside of an enormous mesh. Energy crackles rhythmically along its grid-like walls. A concentrated cloud of dark matter is suspended deep within the disentangled web. Translucent tendrils probe outward against the energy barrier, sparking a contact before recoiling back. The ghostly particles moves out of this pattern. Whatever the spectral mass may be, has not reacted to our presence. Approach the mass of dark matter. Alright. Yeah! The fallen empires are starting to see me as a threat. So... pretty much everyone in this galaxy is extremely weak compared to me. I think I am winning this quite handily.
Another planet to fuel our
All right.
empire.
We've also reached stage 3 of our crisis level. And we have unlocked the bombardment stance Firestorm. So now we're literally burning planets to the ground. Is the Galactic Crucible done? Kind of hard to believe that the Galactic Crucible would be finished. I guess maybe there's just more to this crisis.
Firing at enemy station.
So yeah, I'm at that point where every 10 years, the fallen empires are all gonna humiliate me. And if I don't take the humiliation, they'll declare war on me. So, for now, I'll have to take the humiliation. It's not hurting me that much. Like, I'm losing a bit of influence. But to be honest, my influence is always maxed out anyways. So, like... do we have... yeah, we need mega engineering at some point. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely,
Starbase under assault.
I have turned this planet into a pile of rubble. And all I did was raid it for people. Holy crap, this planet got absolutely decimated. I stole nearly everyone off of this planet. Holy frick!
Firing at enemy station.
Oh, yeah, right. That. Okay, so logistics hub. Let me guess. The reason there's deviancy issues is because... let's see if I can find it. Okay, no, they did not lower the, okay, thankfully they did not lower it for that one. Let me check this one, though, just to be safe. Yeah, they did not lower the priority on the hunter-seeker drones on this planet, either. Ah, more resources from the surveyor. I think I'm gonna put some of my construction ships on automatic construction. And this guy's building the hyper relays. Alright. Look how many Skulkborn I'm getting to feast on. Yummy.
Lighting up hostile fleet. Firing at enemy station. Infernal forces dropping on target.
Ah, invading another planet. Yeah, this planet did not have a good time.
Another planet to fuel our empire.
This planet is so destroyed, I think I'm just going to abandon it. And just come back to it later.
Reduced to ashes. Construction complete.
There we go, here's my favorite line in all of Stellaris. Situation normal. However, we have been eaten. That's my favorite line in all of Stellaris. While we were engaged in harvesting the eggs, one of the worms has engulfed us whole. Our rift spear is currently encased in its digestive system. We don't know if this was an aggressive act or if this worm was simply grazing. The digestive juices secreted by the worm are mild, but we cannot remain indefinitely. By pulling the anchor, we could force ourselves through the gap in the worm's mouth. Blow it up! Blow up the worm! Best line. Situation normal. However, we have been eaten. Just one of those lines that just makes you chuckle. Will we be fine without subsidies? Let's see. Okay, yeah, we'll be fine without subsidies. Cool. Alright, we're about to wipe out another empire. Uh-oh. The gateway's acting up. That we just activated. Alright, we have destroyed the scope board. This is in the fortress room. Yeah, there's low stability on this planet because I've decimated everything. Hey.
Lighting up hostile fleet.
What's more beautiful is I am turning every single one of my stars into red giants. Slowly but surely I am making this galaxy warmer. Alright. As we approach the ethereal mass, an independent yet benign consciousness was detected in our mind weave, originating from Zodiac. It appeared to be searching through our collective knowledge and memories. The entity stirred and a message appeared in our minds. I have never encountered you kind before. What are you? We are Morthill. I wish I could have responded with, we are the bad guys. I wish I knew what was there. I think there is a bad thing here, considering it was never colonized. Honestly, I think I'm going to abandon Glumpog too. Yeah, let's abandon Glumpog too. We got a few very decent planets from this, so I think we're fine.
Blocker reduced to ashes.
So what this is, this event, you get a really good ship. Normally, you get a really good ship, and you get a really cool general. However, I am a devouring swarm. So there's probably like a 99% chance that I'm just going to invade this ship and just eat the really good general.
Lighting up hostile fleet.
Alright. Let's finish up the last of these planets of this empire. Oh! This is the fractal universe. As we returned back through the rift, the two other spheres came with us. Presumably crewed by other versions of ourselves, we three fused, or reduced, into one at its threshold. Strangely, the three orbs we recovered did not converge in the same manner. 9 temporal versions of the same objects now exist in one space. When placed in individual containers, they naturally bend themselves into an extra dimension and increase the effective size of their surrounding space. I have received 9 fractal seeds to place on colonized planets. What do they do? Fractal seeds. Adds an extra district. I manipulate time and space, basically, to add an extra district. Okay. I'm definitely gonna place one on the agriculture world. So I can keep up with any food production that I need to. I think we just took another planet. Oh, so I helped the guy enter the shroud earlier, and I have been gifted resources. Digested. Oh no! We have lost contact with the drones aboard the Rift Spear. Upon retrieval, we pulled back the wire, and at its end was only a partially dissolved hunk of metal. RIP. Are there no more astral rifts for you to explore? I guess... Okay, I have no more astral rifts to explore. So I guess I'm just gonna have you, survey these systems real quick. Alright. I have fulfilled out all of my traditions. So I'm going to save my last 3 spaces for Galactic Wonders, Master Builders, and maybe Colossus Project? I'm unsure, but this is our traditions. Supremacy, prosperity, domination, purity, expansion, synchronicity, and fortification.
Another planet to fuel our empire.
I am probably going to empty this entire world. Because I don't think I need this. Well, my capital planet Morthill is about to have a very delicious meal.
Construction complete. Firing at enemy station.
Morthill's having deviancy problems. That's just because there's a whole bunch of people they're eating.
Infernal forces dropping on target.
Alright. I'm probably going to have to dismantle some of these arc furnaces because they're chewing up a lot of my, yeah, Mega Structures 838. Yeah, I need to dismantle some of these arc furnaces. I could keep the arc furnaces. There we go. We can expand our crucible again. And I love how the crucible gives us more naval capacity.
Another planet to fuel our empire.
Alright, and then finally, this one.
Station under enemy fire.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna try and keep this world. Maybe have this become a tech world. Our energy economy is not looking very good, but I think we can fix it. It's because of all of these mega structures. I think all I need to do is get rid of these mega structures. Yeah, because this one takes 100 upkeep. This one's like 100 upkeep.
Construction complete. Liberating and
Oh! Tozorva has returned from beyond the Astral Rift, but he is the worse for wear. Having spent a year inside the belly of a rockworm, his physical capabilities have become extremely limited. Nonetheless, we have taken him back into our fold. How fortunate? Oh my god! Look at his portrait! He got a negative trait. Partially digested. He did. He understood what it. He understands what it feels like to be one of our victims. Holy shit. Alright. We're dismantling this. We're dismantling this. Oh, we could try to keep them. I don't know.
system survey report delivered.
Oh, God. Partially digested. Alright. There we go. Another curious species, and it's fascinating to meet you. My kind makes up the building blocks of reality. We are also wanderers and explorers who take great interest in experiencing the universe. Regrettably, another life form saw us as a mere material deposit. Passing fuel source to be captured and harvested. If you allow me to possess this vessel, I will use my depth of knowledge and psychic prowess to carry out your people's will for eternity. Unfortunately, I am not sure their mind is powerful enough to coexist with my consciousness. Here, I hope I can escape this prison. Your kind is compatible with my intentions. I wish to only join your collective consciousness. I do not trust this. Deny assimilation. Alright, you know what? We are going to dismantle all of these arc furnaces. As much as I don't want to, having a stable economy is more important.
New technology perfected.
Oh yeah, the star bases! I am over my starbase cap. Let's fix that, too. I think I'll keep this one here. Turn it into another shipyard. This one. This one.
Construction complete.
Alright. Alright, let's replace this with a volcanic forge.
Special project complete.
Yep. Inside the vessel, we discovered a group of aliens working to restore the ship's functionality, viewing our sudden appearance as a threat. Many were quick to draw weapons. Although violence was avoided, the alien commander clearly views us as adversaries. Dressed in full military regalia, he cuts an impressive figure. The force of his personality is palpable even to us. However, at this point, further dialogue seems unlikely. Yep, I'm gonna eat him. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna get his ship, and I'm gonna miss out on a really good general, because I'm a devouring swarm. So, that's Scran Sharkbeak. He's one of the best leaders in the entire game. And we're not gonna have access to him because we're the bad guys. Alright. We got a really good ship. Alright. Alright. I guess we'll have a couple corvettes. Alright. So this is our newest fleet, which is going to be based around the ship we just took. What? How am I allowed to have this trait? I can give this guy an emotional support pet. How am I allowed to have this trait? I'm a devouring swarm. I'm allowed to have pets? They're the villains and they're monsters, but they get depressed too. So the entire consciousness gets depressed because I'm a hive mind? It's funny how we just have an emotional support pet.
System survey report delivered. New technology.
Jump drive, okay.
Construction complete.
So what do jump drives give us, you may ask? We can now jump systems without having to, follow the paths. The main drawback with jump drives is you are weak for a little bit after you jump. To, discourage just completely ignoring the, So it has its strategic uses, but, like, it's not recommended to spam it. This crisis is so fun.
System survey
Look at this!
report delivered.
I am turning stars into red giants. I am making this galaxy hotter. Now, we're gonna have to, calm down for a bit once we hit level 4, because if we go to level 5, everyone declares war on us. Except Fallen Empires, thankfully, but pretty much all of the normal empires will declare war on us. So... yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna have to, get prepared and get ready for probably the final stage of this playthrough. And if we win, if we succeed with our goal, it's a game victory condition. So if we win, if we succeed in completing our goal as the crisis, we just straight up win the game outright.
Our fleet is prepared to
And
bring
what happens when we succeed our goal? Oh, interesting! Primordial will rank through our collective consciousness. The ethereal creature reacted violently to our rejection, lashing out against the mesh structure in a furious way. Spectral tentacles at the mercy of death. So yeah, it wants death? Alright, yummy.
our fleet is prepared to bring the heat.
I just ate something made out of dark matter. I wonder how that tasted. Like explosions. Ugh.
fleet is prepared to bring the heat.
Yeah, we've dismantled a good chunk of the
Prepared to bring the heat.
stuff there. What does this Dyson Swarm give us? Oh, it gives us physics research. Hey, we are finally producing 2 living metal. Oh, living metal. Mega construction. It's increased because of my empire size. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I love how my diplomatic stance is hunger. How are you feeling diplomatically? Hungry.
Life thriving in the cold void. Improbable. Impressive. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat.
Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat to Turna. Not doing anything with this one. You know what? I'm making plenty of resources. I'm going to dismantle this one too. Now, hopefully, since we have 2 gateways activated now, we get the gateway tech. My next target, I think, is going to be Assembly of Havenstar. Like, I think I'm ready to wipe them out at this point. Are we not producing a lot? Oh, you know what? I am getting crystallized entropy. It's just not counting the crystallized entropy I am getting from owning volcanic worlds. Which is 240 per month, I believe?
Improbable. Impressive. Construction complete. New technology
Here we go.
perfected.
We deactivated the central mechanism, sending waves of high energy coursing through the internals of the mesh. Tendrils splintered out from the spectral creature, desperately thrusting against the energy barrier. Yummy. Woohoo, more resources! Alright. I am praying we get the gateway tech soon.
Complete. An alien
Alright. So, I have a feeling I know what's going to be here.
Construction complete. Life thriving in the cold void.
So, there's a nebula here. I can't see what's in here, but I have a feeling that it's gonna be one of the Leviathans.
Construction complete. Life thriving in the cold void. Improbable. Impressive.
So, my energy is still a problem, but I am getting so much trade that I'm just able to buy more energy. Honestly, I'm wondering if I can, I'm wondering if capacity subsidies will fix it. You know what? Let's just have all of our subsidies activate. Like, I think we will be fine. Like, I'm exchanging Unity and trade for more regular resources.
Construction complete.
So what was it? Yeah, it's a whole bunch of space... Oh, space amoebas! I was expecting one of the Leviathans. Alright, I think I'm gonna test out these Ember Cruisers then. I am making so much crystallized entropy that it just does not matter that I'm using some of it for ships.
Construction complete. Technology perfected.
How many L-Gate insights do we have at this point? When can we go into the L cluster? We're only about to get our 5th one. Holy frick! Getting the L-Gate activated as a evil faction much harder than it seems.
Construction complete. Firing at enemy station. Lighting up hostile fleet.
I'm gonna go upgrade my fleets real quick.
Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Oh, here we go, another insult. Ah. Oh, I've already got this insult. That's unfortunate.
また以前多量また以前多量
Is Jubaran actually equal to me? Like, this is the first time someone's been able to rival
ゴ
me.
リラ言う
Construction complete. System survey report delivered. Research completed. The spark is now aflame. Construction
think it's about time I ramped up my tech. Is there anything I can use to improve my science here?
Technology perfected.
Yes! I forgot! I can go for the quantum catapult! Yes! Quantum catapult! Quantum catapult! Quantum catapult! Quantum catapult! Quantum catapult! If you cannot tell, that is my favorite mega structure. Oh, we gotta keep an eye on this. We gotta keep an eye on this. We gotta keep an eye on this. The moment they get a custodian, they get the ability to declare people a crisis. So we've got to keep an eye on this. If this goes through, there's a chance they're going to declare us a crisis before we have a chance to build up.
Construction complete.
Not that one. We need this star for our quantum catapult.
Construction complete.
Yeah, they were about to convert this star into a red giant. We need the pulsar for a quantum catapult.
Situation log updated.
New research shining a light into darkness.
Stop whatever you're doing. Get over here. And get prepared and be prepared to make the quantum catapult. Don't want to do this. Gotcha.
Construction complete.
What? Yeah, I think we'll be able to pop in another fleet. Boop. I'm about to pop another fleet into existence.
New research shining a light into darkness.
Oh yes, hello new fleet. How you doing? I not build a quantum catapult here? The quantum catapult. Why can't I build the cat? Oh, it's not researched yet. I was freaking out like, why can't I build my catapult?
Construction complete.
If you're curious as to what the quantum catapult does, it flings fleets across the galaxy wherever you want to point them at. It's really funny. I have used it in many past playthroughs. A lot of people don't like it, but it's my favorite of the mega structures.
Construction complete. New technology perfected.
Yes. Quantum catapult! Yes! I need to see if I can jump my way over here. Alright, order's been restored on my home planet just because, I ate everything there. So there's a chance. Okay, these guys are still pathetic.
Council agenda ready.
So pretty much everyone in the galaxy is pathetic to me, but I have a feeling that's not going to stay the same once they unite to fight me. There we go. I've removed all negative traits from my nodes. Can I get closer somehow? I don't think I can get to there with the jump drive. I think I need to use the quantum catapult to get there. Oh boy. I apologize if you hear dog going off in the background. We're taking care of one of my sister's dogs named Cooper. Just like every other dog I know, he's loud as hell. Insult. Generic.
New technology perfected.
What? Some of the operatives we control in the Jeeber Star Empire are beginning to draw unusual amounts of attention. They are regarded as somehow attractive? What? Apparently our spies are found attractive in the empire that they are spying on. What the fuck? That's funny. I think that's the first time I've seen that event specifically. Alright. Holy crap. So... Dude, that's like 2 more fleets I can build. Holy frick, my naval capacity just jumped. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to construct more stuff on my generator worlds. So let's go ahead and get this generator world built up. Probably a volcanic forge. Actually, let's go ahead and get the volcanic forge up here first, as it'll improve our production. I should have like a yeah, here we go. Hydroponic farms. logistics office.
Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
Alright. I got multiple full fleets now.
Life thriving in the cold void. Improbable. Impressive. Research completed. The spark is now aflame. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Alright, here we go. Oh, if I declare war on this guy, I have to fight almost everyone. Ooh. This could be a good chance to take out some of my biggest enemies. Alright. So who do I go to war with if I declare war on this guy? These guys? These guys? These guys? Okay, so these guys. these guys, these guys, these guys, and then these guys. This might be a war I can take on with enough setup. I need some setup for this conflict.
Construction complete. Research completed. The spark is now aflame. Construction complete. Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
Topsahidam.
Life thriving in the cold void. Improbable. Impressive. New technology perfected.
So, I know why my naval capacity jacked itself up now. Blazing Armada. So, Foundry drones and Brain drones increase naval capacity. This means I am getting naval capacity for every person making alloys and every person researching stuff. That's why I got a whole lot of naval capacity. And my conduits are actually crossing into enemy territory and turning their stars into red. I think what I am going to do is... if I can take out Haven Star and their allies, that's just one less enemy to deal with. That's just a bunch of enemies I don't have to deal with anymore. So, let's build myself up. There we go, we're exploring another astral rift.
Council agenda available. Oh no! They turned the star into a red giant before I could build the... I thought it would have stopped them from turning that star into a red giant if I was building the quantum catapult. Darn. Alright, you know what? YOLO. Start working on the Galactic Crucible.
Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
So, charged. Alright, you know what? Speed up the conduit's construction speed. And you know what? We have like a shitload of living metal. And I think I'm gonna buy a whole bunch more. The plan, go to policies. Let's activate living metal mega construction. Yeah, we're gonna be using some of our living metal, but we have plenty and we're not gonna be using a whole bunch. As soon as our Rift Sphere arrived at the starbase, we were hailed in a number of languages and on several frequencies. The owners of the station successfully translated our language with remarkable speed and welcomed us aboard to exchange information. We have since discovered that this sector is home to a civilization primarily composed of high Morthill that calls itself the insatiable Morthill Throng. I found an alternative universe with an alternative me.
Construction complete. Research completed. The spark is now aflame.
You know what? Snap. I gotta upgrade literally everything here.
Announces itself. Fire and fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Research completed. The spark is now aflame. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat.
Ah, yes. Yes. Oh, naval capacity per soldier jobs? Yes, please.
Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat. Our fleet is prepared to bring the heat.
Oh, here we go. So here's the Astro Roof story. We have spent the last week in the cultural exchange with the insatiable Morthill throng. Our interest quickly turned to alarm as we discovered that these beings are what remains of a broken collective consciousness. At some point in their civilization's development, their mind became poisoned with the concept of individuality, seeking segmenting itself over time. Eventually, each drone began to hear no thoughts but their own. Oh, so these ones are individualist.
New technology perfected. Construction complete.
Team's knowledge of our presence on the station has escalated up to their chain of command. Emissary of the insatiable Morthill throng has been assigned to Starbase to discuss future observables. Or outweigh our differences. Ah. Critics of one of our envoys' private conversations have aliens. We do not care about what other people think of us. We want to eat everything. Like, why are we worried about a diplomatic incident? We are a walking diplomatic incident. Why are we worrying of a diplomatic incident? We are the diplomatic incident. Yeah. Alright. I think I am going to save. Next episode, we are going to reach Phase 5 of the Crisis Path. And everyone's going to declare war on us. So, either the next episode, or the next couple of episodes, depending on how long this Crisis War lasts, will probably be the last bit of this playthrough. Yes. And I don't know if you've noticed, but our stars are all turning into red giants here. Right now, most of them are still just regular Class M stars, but they're slowly being turned into red giants. I think our homeworld is about to become a red giant. Yeah, this place is about to become a red giant. So yeah, we're making the galaxy hotter. And if we succeed, any empire that is not thermophile will just be destroyed. Like, it'll just be too hot for their species to exist and they'll just die. And I don't think there's an empire like this in this galaxy, but there's something really cool about this crisis. So, one of the other... So, when they added Infernals, they didn't just add this crisis, they added another, genocidal empire type called the Flame Heralds. And they're basically want to burn everything. They're just basically arsonists. And if someone else goes down the galactic hyperthermia path, the Fire Heralds will actually ally you and help you in burning the galaxy to a crisp. Which is really cool. And unfortunately, I do not think there is a Fire Herald in this galaxy, so we probably won't see that in this playthrough, but that's a really cool, little thing that they added. It's just like, hey, these guys want to burn down the galaxy too. Cool, let's help them. And in fact, the Fire Heralds is one of the few empires that actually survives the galaxy getting microwaved. So, yeah. Oh, Lighty's streaming. I rarely get to raid Lighty, so let's raid him. Alright. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.